What's up, guys? We have a big update for you today for the month of December 2019. Before I start off with the Danger Babies Leucomelas, we're going to bring you some news first. What's that guy doing? Love these guys. They're awesome. Alright, so with the news, first piece of news. The white tree frogs, we still own them, but they're not in this household at the moment. They'll be back, but they're currently at my friend's house. He has a whole paludarium set up. We're trying to initiate some breeding behavior. He has a male, my male and female are there. Gonna try to make some babies happen. Secondly, our Madagascar giant day gecko has passed on. He was old. They typically live from 8 to 10 years in good health. He was about at that 7-8 mark, give or take. Sad, but there's nothing we can really do about it. He was healthy. He lived a long, healthy life with us. These guys right here are doing fantastic. Their tank's doing good. The moss is still growing, spreading, turning green, starting to spread onto that cork round. Watermelon vine, it's taking off. They were both out. I don't know where. Oh, the other one's back there, hiding. It's too dark to see. You can kind of see him. The rabbit's foot fern is just doing its own thing. It's moving. This piece of it started sprouting over here, even though I planted it over here. It's a good distance away. I guess it just rooted itself and sprouted the new pup, or whatever you would call it. Oh, we have some new additions too. Some are going to be staying because they're species that I want to work with. Some aren't going to be, kind of a rescue, I guess you could say. But that's it for the Leucomelas. Still eating, still doing good. No one's calling yet. There isn't really any sexual dimorphism with like the size yet. So we'll wait and see. Still a few more months till they become sexually mature anyways. There's the lazy dog. Camera won't focus. Right here we have the Vietnamese mossy frogs. Yeah, their tank just looks great right now. Kind of tore it apart, bit the bullet, and finally went through with making their new build. You can't really see them, so I don't know why I'm sticking the camera in there, but took out a good chunk of their substrate because it's already started and it's rich with minerals and isopods and springtails and such. So this is their new tank. Paludarium, I guess you can say. I set up a drip wall right here. I just wished it actually dripped more in the front and gravity wasn't a thing. It mostly all flows to the back, but it's alright. First time ever using the dry lock method. I don't really have any crazy tropical plants in here, only because they really like it colder than most frogs, and a lot of tropical plants like it a little warmer. I tried to mimic their natural habitat as best as I could. A lot of research. Try to make it look like tree roots and, falling down, hollowed out trees. Looks really cool though. Took a lot of time to get this land water separation part right. I used a Sterilite container. Cut it with a heated knife and a torch, and kind of pieced it together. But all in all, I think it came out pretty good. Gonna get some aquatic plants. I don't think I'm gonna cohabitate anything with these frogs. I don't want anything to happen. They're really expensive, and I genuinely like them. So I don't plan on putting like fish or anything in here. Maybe a snail or something like that to eat the algae, but nothing crazy. I'm not going to add any fish or shrimp or anything like that. But I love this tank. It was a lot of fun to make. First time ever making a paludarium like this. And I think it came out great. Even with the dry lock. I put some green acrylic paint to try to make it look like moss. Over here, we have these two containers are under quarantine. New additions. That's why they're on paper towel. These ones are. This one isn't. These guys are here to stay. They are in the white street frogs old tank, and hopefully by the time the whites come back in a few months or so, their tank will be all, you know, done up. A new vivarium for them. I'm honestly probably going to put them in a 40 breeder. Just because they're so big at this point, they're very terrestrial. They don't really climb that much besides the male. This is one of the new additions. This is a red-eyed tree frog. I don't know the sex of this one, but I definitely know for a fact that this one up here is a male. Only because I catch him all the time at night. He hangs out on this little perch, hunting, and you know, he just calls. And it's one of the reasons why I got these guys, just because they're beautiful. I've always wanted them. They're not that rare, but their call is amazing to listen to at night. It really is. The mossy frogs too. But these guys are here to stay. They'll, you know, in time they'll get their own setup, and when I know they're parasite free and they're gonna live. I've had them for a little over a week. I got them from Black Friday from Petco, along with this guy that I picked up for 10 bucks. Now this is you know, Pac-Man frog. Nothing special. Normal morph. Morph. I'm pretty sure. I'm feeding him 1/4-inch crickets. He already took out a bunch of them. There's only 2 left and a dead one. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this guy. Personally, it's not something I wanted to work with. I just felt bad. You know, he was in a cocoa fiber that was all dried up, and not the best care taken. Not the best care was taken. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say. He wasn't taken care of the best over there. So I'm trying to give him a better life. Up until I find someone that either wants him, or who knows, he might become part of my collection. He doesn't really take up much space, and he's kind of cool to watch eat, so I might keep him if I get attached or not. He's just in a sterilite tote. Don't know the sex, I'm just saying he. Males typically, you know, with the frogs, they always stay smaller, which is cool, so maybe he won't take up as much room. This is the African fat tail. Not taking him out. He's doing his own thing. I really don't like to bother him. Don't like to stress him out. He's one of my favorites. Just moss and water. Over here is my leaf tail that is not out. This pothos is really taking off. You can kind of see his chin. This is my mossy leaf tail. Not 100% sure on the scientific name. But he's it's a 12 by 12 by 18. These are the cresteds. They're on a 12 by 12 by 18. They're getting a new tank. This is just temporary, and that's food, not poop. 18, 18, 24. 18, 18, 24. Tub. I doubt we're gonna see them. I noticed the female, she likes to dig herself into the ground under the leaves. That one in particular. Maybe, no. And the male still likes to hide in the cork ground. These guys will be getting a new tank, new build. Trying to get everyone into a new tank and new build. Besides this guy. This guy's set. He's good. And the mossy frogs old enclosure, I'm probably going to make a new enclosure for dart frogs. Over here is the last new addition, kinda. I don't know if he's going to stay. He's kind of chilling in our bathroom right now. So we have a small apartment. It's a bearded dragon. I don't think I'm not even going to put my hand in there and bother him. He's, I think, brumating. Now, the story behind this guy, and please, don't buy a pet or take a pet in if you can't take care of it or don't plan on keeping it. It's just wrong to release an animal into the wild, especially when you are in Massachusetts in the middle of the winter, and well, almost winter, and you have a desert animal and you just feel like letting it go. Don't do that. This guy's a rescue. He was found in my old neighbor's backyard. Someone let him go and, you know, said, fend for yourself. You know, he would probably do great in the summer, maybe late spring, summer, you know, early autumn, but he's not going to make the winter. This is an old UVB light. This is just for visible light. There's no UVB coming off of that. It's a 5.0 anyways. And this is a 160 watt, whatever it is, solar glow lamp. This basking spot gets around like 95-ish on the tile. Up on the high spot gets a little closer to 100, but he doesn't really go up there. I'm assuming he's brumating. You know, he had a lot of stuck shed on him when I got him. I've been giving him baths. Not really bothering him, like I said, or offering him much food. Had him for like a little over 2 weeks. But like I said, I think he's brumating. He has clear eyes, so he's not really showing respiratory. He doesn't have a blocked respiratory, you know, his nose. I don't know where my words are today. He's missing toes. Not toes themselves, but the nails. But honest, I'm doing the best I can. I will not rehome this guy until I know he's 100% better and is brumating. If he's sick, this is my responsibility now. I will pay for the vet visits myself and bring him. I'm going to give it another week or so. Like I said, I've had him for a little over 2 weeks in hotter temperatures. If he's in brumation, he'll come out of it. He's not really thin, though. That's why I think he's brumating. And when you do offer him some food to him, he eats it. He just hasn't defecated. He's not compacted. Try giving him warm baths and rubbing his stomach. Trying to push it out, but doesn't really feel like anything's in there. He is alert still, too. I definitely think he's just brumating now. But that's also why I'm not offering him like a big bowl of grains, because it's kind of a waste when he's not going to it and eating it. It's there for when he comes out of brumation to eat, but again, don't buy animals that you can't, you know, keep, that you think you're not going to be able to keep. And if you do come in a situation where the animal's just maybe not for you, or you're growing out of the hobby, or for whatever reason you can't care for your animal anymore, give it to someone who knows what they're doing. Don't throw it in the wild, especially when you live in Massachusetts, you know, and it gets 20 degrees every single night. It's not going to make it. Full grown though. He is pretty big. Like I said, he looks healthy. That's why I really think he's brumating. You can see his weight to him. Thankfully, we got him just in time before all the snow came. But, yeah, that's really it for the collection. So I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you next time.